everybody. It's Jenny here with Senior Perspective, and I am coming to you with a very short video today. It's something that's just been on my mind a lot, and I kept thinking like, oh, I'll talk about it in another video. And then finally, I don't know, I got things accomplished this evening, and I have some extra time, and I thought, I'm going to knock it off and get it off my to-do list. So I'm in my pajamas, no judgment, like my shirt, por favor. Um, which is not really apropos because I don't really drink wine. But anyway, wine gives me a headache. It's comfy. It's my pajamas. So I'm here just to talk to you briefly about the last episode of Sister Wives that came out. And there's been a lot of chatter about people misquoting a line that Kody said in there. And other people saying they don't understand what it is. And because this is senior perspective, dun, da, da, my elderly wisdom knows exactly what he was talking about. So I'm going to explain it to you. Actually, I don't know if I can completely explain to you the reference because it's a little disturbing, but I'll do the best I can. All right, so during Mykelti's baby gender reveal, after she pulled the tabs and it was blue and everyone was like, 2 boys, yay! Kody says, I see a bad moon horizon. Afterwards, Hunter goes, ha 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 ha. And somebody made a comment to that actually once. They said, did you notice after Kody said something that Hunter did like a fake laugh? Now, I just want to say, I don't remember who it was that said that, but when I went back to try to get a clip of this, I noticed Hunter does that same laugh prior to what Kody says at that point. So I just think this is Hunter's laugh. It's really kind of funny, actually. He'll make a great Santa Claus. So I don't think he's mocking Kody. Somebody thought he was mocking Kody. I don't think he is. I think it's just Hunter's laugh. And he was just trying to make what can be an awkward situation more comfortable by just always laughing. He seemed much more relaxed at the beginning before Kody and Robin got there when he was like, hey sis, and he had such a big smile. But then after that he was more stoic and just kept going ha 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 ha. But bless him, I'm so glad Hunter was there. That made me very happy to see him there. Okay, so got that out of the way. I'll show you the clip and then we'll talk about it.
Oh, 2 boys! I'm just as excited as
You missed what he said. He said, I see a bad moon horizon. And I remember at the time when he said it thinking, well, that's not very nice. But whatever, it's Kody. Isn't it funny how like sometimes I go back and reflect and then I'm like, I need to do a whole video just on that one thing that he said? Because it's really kind of shocking. It's amazing to me how much of what Kody says I just forgive. I just let it go and be like, oh, it's Kody. Or it doesn't make sense because it's Kody. But I See a Bad Moon Horizon is a song written by John Fogerty, I believe, and it was performed by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Now, this is even before my time. My music is 80s. This was like early 70s music. So this is a decade before my music. But you know you're familiar with some of the songs from before. And quite frankly, my whole life, I have loved the music in that post-war or during war time and the make love not war kind of music. I love that kind of folk stuff. I love Jim Croce and James Taylor, and I mean there's so many really good songs, very folky kind of songs. If you like folk music, go back into that generation. It's the best folk music around. And Creedence Clearwater Revival was one of those type of bands. So I always thought it was just like a really negative post-war anti, because a lot of the songs were kind of negative because they were against the war, even though some of them had great tunes. And I'm not an anti-war person, but I just really liked a lot of the melodies and the fact that it's a genre of music that you can understand the words. All right, so when I went back and looked at the words, because I'm like, I just always felt of it as a negative song. I'm going to read to you some of the words in this song. I see a bad moon arising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hear hurricanes a blowing. I know the end is coming soon. I feel rivers overflowing. I hear the voice of rage and ruin. Don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. All right, I might as well finish it. Song's almost over. Hope you got your things together. Hope you are quite prepared to die. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye is taken for an eye. Don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Does it? Don't go around tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise.
Mark my words, there's trouble a brewing.
I see a bad moon arising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Well, don't go around tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Which is so funny because growing up I always thought it said there's a bad moon on the right. I didn't know it was on the rise. I mean, obviously on the rise makes more sense. But you have to remember, I was raised in the 80s. We didn't have computers. We didn't even have jackets in the cassette cases with the words. Some did, some of the more expensive ones. I didn't own any. So we mispronounced most of the words to the 80s songs. I could just sit here and go through a whole list of what I thought a lot of the words were to 80s songs and you would die. But that's how it was. We just sang what it kind of sounded like. And on this song, which I would listen to every now and then because I just liked this music, even though it wasn't as popular on the radio, but it would play every now and then. I thought it was There's a Bad Moon on the Right. Okay, so clearly these lyrics are not about, yay, celebrate. What a joyous blessing it is to have twin boys.
Be thankful. Children are a gift, are they not?
It makes it sound like there's trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. There's nothing positive about this song. I went online to see if this was like a post-war song and how it fit in there. Is it just about like, oh, there's war, so it's bad times? But it was actually kind of written about the apocalypse when they wrote it. So much more dreadful and horrible than even war. Apocalypse is the end times when there's fires and hurricanes and it's supposed to just be miserable during the apocalypse. So for everybody who's left behind. So yeah, this was his comment when he found out his daughter was having twin boys. I just wanted to share. Now you have FYI, the more you know. I'm not going to play the actual song on here because I'll probably have like some strike on my channel because I don't have the rights to it. Hopefully my lame singing gives you an idea if you're somewhat in my age range. If you're in your 50s or above, you may recognize it a little bit. So yeah, Kody's reaction to twins is,
No, it's the apocalypse.
I hear hurricanes a blowing, the end is coming soon, rivers are overflowing, the voice of rage and ruin. There's a bad moon arising, I see trouble on the way, earthquakes and lightning, I see bad times today. Okay. Make of that what you will. I guess it was his attempt at humor. Not great. I don't think any of his kids understood the reference. But at least it explains it to all of you who are like, what did he say? That's what he said. Okay, that's all I have for today. Take care. I'll see y'all soon.